And I think that data is a huge opportunity for us in the water industry. And I kind of think about the way we need to address the water scarcity issues, but also in terms of these things. So security, affordability, availability, and sustainability. Those are my kind of four corners of the water conservation table, if you will. We used to call it a stool, but stools only have 3 legs, and I got 4 words. So I needed to change that. So when we talk about security, that's really addressing the longer term impacts of water availability and the security of supply. We know that the water scarcity is increasing, water volatility is increasing, and supply side solutions are nice and necessary, but they take years to develop and permit, and often we are in areas where the resources are just not there. And so what we came to realize is that changing behavior is a lot better than changing infrastructure, or a lot easier. And it's still a challenge, but if you have data and you provide it to customers and educate them on what that means, then you can essentially find supply within your existing resources. Affordability is big. Water utilities in general are seeing decreases in revenue. People are up in arms when we raise rates, and often conservation is thought of as this revenue destruction tool. So you end up with this this really weird situation where you're conserving but being charged more, right? And so it becomes a difficult thing to explain to people, and it's also why we've got the increase in, that's a really small version. These are increases in electricity and natural gas and telephone services across from 1982 to the end of 2013. But you can see that water and sewer prices are going up at twice the rate that that other utilities are. And what happens is we get the masses showing up at the door of the utility, right? And they really need to understand how they're going to control their costs, and the only way they can do that is understanding what their consumption is on a highly granular level. The availability is making sure that we have water every single day, 24/7, and our infrastructure is able to supply that. And we all know we have a lot of infrastructure issues, and a lot of that can be addressed through data, but reducing non-revenue water is key. Unfortunately for utilities, what we know is the meter read generally. Sometimes we don't even know what that meter read is, but what we don't know is how people are using water, and how, when, and where, and why people are using water are things that we can understand with data and then target messages to. And sustainability is how effective are we in managing within the envelope of water resources that we have. Understanding how much water do I use. Am I a good water user compared to other water users? How much should I use? And what is the optimum amount of water that I should use? And all of this requires that we understand in granular detail how people use water, where they're using it, why they're using it, and being able to present it to them with information that allows them to make learned decisions based on what they want to achieve. If they want to reduce costs, this is how you do it. If they want to be more sustainable, this is how you do it. Right? But all of it requires some form of data that the utility needs to transform into information and then give back to the customers. That's my short, quick introduction. I'm going to pass it off to Lindsay now, and she'll carry the mantle from here.